So for all you interested people out there with our seat finishing, what was the bit that was missing? Well, it was the underside of the seats, because when you fold them back you're going to see all the mucky old springs and foam and stuff like that. So we toyed with an idea of some different boards, cardboard, hardboard and stuff like that. And then Jim said, why not put some vinyl in and just push it in, it'll hold in. And sure enough, there you go, look at that. Looks nice, isn't it? Better than factory, we should patent it. So they're good to go now. There's a lot of parts that are, well, missing and broken that we couldn't do, so we're just going to give them the squabs back and then they can sort them out. The last job I've got to do with the parts that they gave me was have a look at the wiper motor. Now I haven't got the wiper motor, the little gearboxes. I think Mark said he's got a couple, but I want to test the motor now to see if it works, so let's go and have a look at that. So I've got the wiper motor stripped down. I've taken out these little gearboxes, wheel boxes, whatever you want to call them, because somebody's cut the shafts off. You can't replace the shafts, you have to replace the whole thing. Careful when you replace these, like TD5 onwards, these were like an oval, these are round, don't mix them up, you know. But you can't do anything with them, so they are kaput. But does the motor work? Well, I've got my power probe here. This is one of the handiest, dandiest tools you could have for checking out circuits, because you can put a positive down it or a negative. It's got a built-in fuse, it's got a sounder on it. Oh man, it even cooks your own breakfast. But I sandblasted this and I knew that this was a problem, so I think this is going to be sort of slow. So let's probe the wire and put some power down it. Oh, let's put the ground on and then put some power down it. You can see how my light's flashing. It's drawing a lot of current, is that one. Let's try this one. So those two are working. Now as for the switch itself, I don't know, but at least the motor's working. This wants a full strip down and a rebuild. There's no point putting this onto your vehicle and only to find it doesn't work. Test everything. You have to really test everything before you put it on. Like I say, I sandblasted this because it was in such a filthy state. The rack here is pretty good. It's not bent, but it's just got picked up a bit of sand. It all wants washing out, setting up, re-greasing. I think it'll be fine. But like I said, we need the wheel boxes. So I don't know if I've got any. I'm almost certain I don't. I'll go and have a look, but I'm sure I haven't, otherwise I'll come back. Well, no gearbox, wheel boxes at all. So it's back to the customer to see what they want to do with this. I don't know. You need the tubes. These keep these, because this is for a left-hand drive. On the right-hand drive they're a little bit different. This middle bit's the same, but this bit is shorter on a right-hand drive. And this little bit is longer on a left-hand drive. Things you learn here, eh? That's a wrap for 2024. I want to thank everybody for watching this channel and being part of this little Land Rover community. It's really nice because I've got to know a lot of you, but I don't get to meet many of you. And it's one of those unique things on this channel. It's different to everybody else's, and when I started that 5 years ago I had no idea where I was going or what I wanted to do, and things have got busy, and that's the problem as well. Things are getting sort of out of control and they've got to stop, because since August it's been one job after another, 7 days a week, and you tend to get a little bit burnt out. And even though I've tried to say to people, don't buy projects that you get too deep in, and then you're having to farm things out to people like myself. Like these seats, for example. You know, these seats we've just done, been on them for weeks. You know, sandblasting, stripping, finding parts. And not only the seats, the heater ducting, the heater, everything. And if you can't do these things yourself, you're not going to save any money. Jim and I had a bit of a chat, how much should I charge for these seats, because he does stuff like this all the time. He just shrugged his shoulders and says, I don't know. He says, I don't know, probably more than bloody Land Rover's worth. So what my message is, just, if you see an old ragtag old Land Rover, yes, you can restore it, but if you can't restore it yourself and you're farming bits and pieces out, just think again, because it's going to get very expensive. And I think 2025, we're going to see some abandoned projects. I really do think we're going to get some abandoned projects. Yeah, I think a lot of people might just get a little bit burnt this year, and we might see some Land Rover projects abandoned. I don't know. I just get a bad feeling, that's all. But we keep smiling, don't we? We keep on going, keep on trucking. Anyway, many thanks for your support. I hope you have a great New Year. Probably in Australia, by the time you see this, you've already had New Year and you've got a hangover now. Well, it's not my fault, is it? See you next year.